Hey guys, this is Karan Binani from Moby Scrub, and for the month of May, I'm covering 3 game apps, 4 utility apps, 1 feature app, a music player, and 1 photo editor. I'm beginning with a game that's recently caught my attention for its graphics and gameplay. It's minimal, yet quite adventurous and challenging. It's called Alto's Adventure, wherein you just ski down a snow mountain catching deers, jumping over rocks, swinging on zip lines, collecting coins, and jumping over ditches. Now, you score on various things like the distance you run, the coins you collect, the deers you come in contact with, the trick points you score, and so on. And as you go along, the levels get tougher and more fun. The second one, and my personal favorite since the last 3 days, is Chameleon Run. Amazing graphics, vibrant colors, and awesome speed makes it a fun, energetic game to play. The rules are simple: you run fast, collect bubbles, and smoke crystals as you run along. The catch is that you need to switch the color to match the track color, else you lose. So if you're running on pink, you got to be in pink color. And when you land on yellow, you just got to make sure that you are yellow in color. So you just tap on the left side and it changes the color. You can double tap to jump higher or press and hold for longer jumps. Needless to say, the game becomes much more interesting as you go along the levels. However, the game is not free. It's available for $2 in the Play Store, but it's a must play. The next game is called Barrier X. This is for all you speed freaks out there. The game is simple to understand but excruciatingly difficult to win. It's a challenge beyond limits. You just have to avoid being on the red track so that you don't slam yourself into one of the obstacles. And that's it. If you do that successfully for 30 seconds, then you proceed to the next level, period. So the game is definitely very fast paced and would definitely get your heart racing if nothing else. Now let's come to some useful apps. The first one I want to talk about is Photo Director. It's an extremely powerful photo editing app which can really change even a very regular photo that you take. It obviously contains all basic features like changing the tone, white balance, RGB curves, the hue and saturation, but some features truly stand out. You can choose a particular color to only exist and change everything else to black and white. What's more is that you can change the color of that only thing to any other color and save it. So besides basic editing, you've got other tools to play with, and you can really have some fun to apply these tools to your photos and just see what comes out. You have text tools and frames which come with quite a few fonts. Again, needless to say, you have ample photo filters available in the app. But then there's no fun in using these because, well, there are many apps out there that just provide you a bulk of these to play around. For example, Retrica. The real fun is in tweaking things manually. And here are some before and after pictures that I took. You can see that the original photos are just about average, but after I apply changes using features of Photo Director, I've been able to add a lot of drama and effect to the photo to make it look awesome. Now I know you're probably very used to your own music player, but it's fun to try new apps just because they're different from the everyday app you use. The Stelio Music Player is just another music player app that adds a newness to the way you listen to music on your phone. You can tap and hold to change the album art cover, which it fetches online, and then you can just choose one to apply as album cover. And it's applied very beautifully with a nice soft blur in the background. You can double tap the center and the app will pull out the lyrics for you. You can just swipe left or right to change the track, and the way you use the seek bar is fun too. It's a circular seek bar, so you can just swipe around to go ahead or backward within the track. And there are tons of features or customizations that you can apply. For example, how you control the songs that are playing. So you can actually pretty much determine what the volume buttons should do. Once the Bluetooth headset is connected, how do you want the app to behave? Even the appearance could be changed, which is quite interesting. You could apply the material look, and as you can see, it's got this really nice material design. Flat design implemented, and again you can just change tracks and you can see how the color sort of changes, but again it sticks to the material design that it's got. When Samsung came out with the Galaxy S7, the S7 Edge, they've been boasting about the always-on display which shows a clock, calendar, and a notification indicator on the lock screen. You can get that on pretty much any Android phone if you install Quick Glance. It allows you to set your lock screen to always display the time and the notification elements full time, consuming as less battery as possible. It's just something you could be very fond of. The app allows you to set its position, change the clock style and the calendar style. You can also set what you'd like in the background behind the clock on the lock screen itself. And there are a couple of more settings that you can play around with once you download the app. The next one is called Flyperlink, and if you're anything like me who likes to read content on the go or before going to bed, you've got to have this app. Now, as you read tweets or articles or Facebook articles, you want to open links as you go along, but most often it opens up in a browser and takes you away from the app that you're already on. I hate that. Now, I just want to open the links and then I want to be able to see them at my own convenience. That's what Flyperlink does, irrespective of which screen you're on. The links get loaded and you can just open them whenever you want. You can switch between those multiple pages that you opened. If you don't like Flyperlink so much, you can also download and install Chromer, which is also custom tabs, pretty much the same kind of an app. And again, you could just request a desktop website. You could bookmark anything that you like on Flyperlink, and you can go to history within the Flyperlink app to see all the articles that you had opened and just tap on them, open them right back. And if you did create any bookmarks, they'll be right here. The next one is called Floatify. It's a heads-up notification app, but it's got more tricks up its sleeves than you can imagine. It's extremely customizable, gives you multiple ways of interacting with a notification, making it a lot easier for you to manage multiple notifications very quickly. You can customize the look of your notifications. If you bought the paid version of this app, you can give it your own color, font, icons, etc. But even in the free version, you get various styles from previous Android versions and even the Windows version if you care to choose. The notifications show up on the lock screen from where you can reply directly or take any other action depending on the kind of notification. Now, even when your phone is in use, you can just swipe down on the notification and reply right from the screen. You can swipe left to reveal the options available. Options that are shown really depend on the app and the kind of notification. And that really makes it super easy and quick for you to revert to notifications. So as you can see, this was a tweet right here. I could swipe left and I could either like the tweet, retweet it, or reply to it. And obviously you can just tap on the icon in case you want to open the app. Now the app is also quite powerful when it comes to creating rules and various customizations. You can set which apps you want Floatify to work for, when they should show up, and when they shouldn't, which place on the screen, and even customize the way you interact. Even after having a bunch of apps installed on my phone, when it comes to regular usage, there are only a few apps that really matter, which is why having something like Pie Control makes sense. You can set a few apps to be always available a finger swipe away, irrespective of which screen you are on your smartphone. It's really just about those few apps and those few controls or setting toggles that you need every now and then. That's why this app, Pie Control, helps you design a pie-shaped app layout. So you can place the most important and frequently used things on the edges of your screen so you can swipe easy anytime and switch to the app that you want. These pie controls can be triggered from various places depending on which you enable. So you can just switch the toggle and enable disable hot areas, as you can see right here. So I have 2 on the corners and 2 on the edges, and I could just enable a couple of them more. So, there we go. 1 on top left, 1 on bottom, and all of those are active and all of those are customizable. You can then customize your pie with apps or settings that you'd like to place. Each area in the pie has the capability of adding 2 things. One thing which is fired by a short hold and the other fired by a long hold. You can change the icon packs, the color of the pie, the color of the selected area in the pie. You can download icon packs. You can change the size of the pie, the spacing of the pie. It's just a lot of customization just to suit your finger size, your thumb size, where you want your hot areas to be. It's just amazing, and I think it's a must-have for all of you, especially those who juggle between a lot of apps. So this is something that could be really useful. Alright guys, the last app is called Swiftly Switch. Basically you're working on various apps at the same time, right? So let's say you're on Facebook and then you get a WhatsApp notification. You head over to WhatsApp and then you want to come back to Facebook or go to Twitter because you're just juggling between a lot of apps. That's where Swiftly Switch comes into play. What it does is gives you a very easy access to all of those apps that are open. And you just got to swipe from the right edge or the left edge. And of course, you can make the placement according to your convenience. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Go in and you could also have a second edge if you want. But of course, that's paid, so you need to get the pro version. But I think it saves a lot of time. And not just time, it just removes that frustration of going back to your home screen or going to your app drawer, opening that app again. You could also long tap on a particular app, and then you can add even more controls. It could be another app. It could be various actions like going back or going to the home screen, making some changes to your settings or toggles and all of that. So again, hugely customizable. I think the beauty really lies in the fact that you can open your recent tasks with just a swipe and switch between them because you're already in the process of using them all the time. So thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you have any apps that you want me to cover the next time, or you feel I should feature them, let me know in the comments below. Thank you.